So, dann schauen wir mal, was uns in dem Tunnel erwartet.
This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Gedankenschinder-Kolonie. Na, da bin ich mal gespannt.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest. Let's see what this does. The stench.
Das Leichenhaus. Acker, na, wie geht's?
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
In seine Gedanken eindringen.
Quiet as well-worn boots, his mind turns to shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles, the unworthy ones given over to the illithids.
Part of one mind, 4 little feet, dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
Master. Down deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3.
Einer von 3. Gibt es noch 2? Hier laufen überall die Gehirne rum. Larvenzentrum.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
The device releases a stream of fragmented memories and emotions, all that remains of the pod inhabitant's former self. Your lungs burn with the dry heat of the fire. Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified.
Können wir die retten? Vielleicht helfen die uns.
Open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Wenn ich jetzt freilassen mache, werden dann alle freigelassen, vermute ich mal. Wir versuchen es. Aber wir haben auch Unterstützung. Gedankenschinder. Ah, ist nur einer, ne, 2. 3 Stück. Gut. Sollten wir schaffen. Wer ist dran? Will. Also er darf keine Rüstung tragen. Ah, die Gedanken, die gehören auch dazu. Was war das? Zeflor. Der Name sagt mir irgendwas. Zeflor. War der nicht bei der Schlacht um den Smaragdhain irgendwie beteiligt? Wer ist dran? Sie? Komm.
Here we go again.
Schön, schön. Der erste ist tot. Der macht ganz schön Schaden. 24. Oha. Ja, die Gedankenschinder sind einfach nicht zu unterschätzen. Und das waren 4, fällt mir gerade auf. Wer ist das? Wo steht der? Komm, macht ihn kalt. Betäubt. Oh Mann. Ja, die stehen alle zu nah beieinander. Du Scheiße. Wo steht diese Person? ...65. Nur noch Schattenherz lebt. Ich muss wiederbeleben. So, Schattenherz. Ist eigentlich egal. So ein Gedankenschinder ist echt heftig, ja. Aber wir versuchen es nochmal.
The device is open to your tadpole's command.
Das ist doch im Gasthaus zum Goldenen Licht. Das ist doch kilometerweit entfernt. So, wer ist dran? Er. Wir müssen uns etwas auseinanderstellen. Und dann. Sehr schön. Das war schön. Stufe 4 Zauber wiederherstellen. Und wir gehen etwas weiter weg. Fehlschlag. Das ist schön. Jawohl. Hier Gedankenschinder. So. Die haben keinerlei Resistenzen, also ist es eigentlich egal. Jawohl. So, heilen. Und etwas auf Abstand. Steck ihn nieder. Komm, noch einmal. Gut, gut. Noch 2 Stück Leben. Wer ist dran? Schattenherz. Schattenherz. 36, 60%. Gib alles. Wir bleiben stehen. So, nur noch ein Gedankenschinder. Das sollten wir jetzt so ohne Probleme schaffen. Da brauchen wir nicht, der ist tot. Kann der nicht von selbst da einmal drum rumlaufen, Mann?
Still breathing, despite everything.
Doch, das ist der. Das ist der aus dem Smaragdheim.
Watching gods, the blade of frontiers. Will, what happened?
I paid the price of angering the wrong devil.
And shouldered the cost to spare someone else a worse fate, I'd wager. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived? You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. It would be nice to think so, but whatever these monsters twist us into, I believe it begins in us. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends, but I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketheric is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. And you, my friend, and pathetic, inadequate as it is, thank you.
Schade. Ich hatte gehofft, der käme mit zu Ketheric. Also mit seinen Leuten, aber gut.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me. Is there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No. Tell by your expression. Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
Wer hat gesprochen? War das Mystra?
I didn't think the blade finish.
Should mind my step. Time to get going.
Sharp as ever. Best foot forward.
What to do? Very well.
Sind wir hier richtig?
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Seems simple enough. That pod.
Mazora, you're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, like Razit's cock, get me out of this thing!
Not yet, Mazora. It's a seller's market now. Time we struck up a new deal.
Is it? Please, enlighten me.
You end it. No more pact, no more debt. Then I set you free, and you flit back to Zariel and leave me for good.
Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Weil du sonst sterben wirst. Ist doch klar. Mal schauen, ob das funktioniert. 16 könnten wir schaffen. Oder auch nicht. Ah. Sehr schön.
You recall an old incantation from a children's story said to void a devil's contract. Abi diabole et nunc.
I've never seen such a fearless display of sheer idiocy. Bravo. Fine, I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once I'm freed, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soulbearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, open the pod.
Fine. Let her out.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Versuchen wir es mit roher Gewalt. Wie konnte die überhaupt gefangen werden?
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Missoura. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you.
Also das möchte ich, eine Belohnung als Entschädigung hier. Die Chancen stehen gut.
Another one? Well, after jumping through all those hoops, a little treat wouldn't hurt.
Die ist so mächtig. Wie wurde die gefangen? Das würde mich brennend interessieren. Oh, er bekommt eine Waffe.
All that power. And to think you want to throw it away. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Infernalisches Rapier. Hohes Zauberwirken. Du erhältst einen Bonus von +1 auf einen Zauberrettungs-SG. Ich weiß gar nicht, was SG bedeutet. Egal. Nahkampf-Zauberwirker. Anstatt ihres Geschicklichkeitsmodifikators fügt die betroffene Kreatur ihren Angriffswürfeln ihren Zauberwirken Attributsmodifikator hinzu. Okay. Was Verbündeter aus den Ebenen Cambion. Was? Ah, okay. So, du bekommst dieses Schwert auf jeden Fall. Was hat er? +4, 2 bis 11. +8, 6 bis 13, deutlich besser. Kann ja noch was dazu nehmen. Ein Schild zum Beispiel. Jawohl, auch schön. Rüstungsklasse +2, Eisenranken. Wenn der Träger eine Waffe führt, die mit Stelle gestärkt wurde. Und wenn er in einem Nahkampf getroffen wird, dann leidet der Angreifer einen Stichschaden. Aegis der Absoluten. Wenn der Anwender das Mal der Absoluten trägt, wird jeder Schaden durch Zauber um 1 verringert. Ja gut, der hat ja nicht das Mal, aber egal. Mantel der Dunkelheit. Ja, wir lassen das mal so. Sieht gut aus.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it
Zariel's
could have.
asset was none other than Missoura herself. Of course. Tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. But I've only got 6 months before I'm made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you. First, we kill Ketheric Thorm. Then, I'll tell you everything you want. What else is on your mind? I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable... I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a Lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. Yes, I suppose we should. If the tadpole.
Ja, komm, gut. Wir müssen weiter. So, wir können noch mal speichern. Wir sind fast wieder ein Level up. Noch eine Gegnergruppe. Haariger Henry. Freund oder Feind ist hier die Frage. Wir wollen sie ja noch nicht verärgern. Vielleicht helfen sie uns.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers.
Mal schauen, wo das Gespräch so hinführt. Das hat schon mal nicht funktioniert. Ja, okay, 4 Leute sind's. Will ist dann Feuerball. Oh mein Gott, was war das? Waren dort Fässer?
Ready.
Ah, das waren hier die. Gut, dann machen wir das jetzt anders. Wir wackeln nicht lange. Und dann lassen wir sie zu uns kommen. So, nur noch einer am Leben. Wunderbar. Das hat genauso funktioniert, wie ich es mir vorgestellt habe. Und wir sind alle ein Level up. So, Stufenaufstieg. Stufe 8. Neues Talent verfügbar. Sollen wir wieder Attributsverbesserung nehmen? Hatte ich nicht 18? Zwei Waffenkämpfer. Meisterschaft schwerer Waffen. Schwierig, schwierig immer. Komm, wir nehmen Attributsverbesserung. Machen wir einen Punkt bei Stärke und Charisma. Zauberblatt Stufe 4. Göttlicher Schlaggift. Und ein neues Talent, okay. Warum nehmen wir auch Attributverbesserung? Ein Punkt auf Konstitution und Weisheit. Für mehr Leben und mehr Zauberkraft. Komm, wir nehmen Feuerschild. Und Talent. So, Hexenmeister. Nein, wir nehmen auch Attributsverbesserung. Einmal Charisma für mehr Schaden. Und Konstitution für mehr Energie. Also mehr Leben. nehmen wir das Elementar und die Feuerwand. Und bei ihm nehmen wir C, damit er mehr Leben bekommt. Und er hat echt wenig, muss man sagen. Schön. So. Können wir noch einmal rasten. Eine kurze Rast. Dann plündern wir hier mal noch die Kisten. Ah, hier ist die Tür. Und da müssen wir hin. Können wir wahrscheinlich hier rüber, okay.
Here goes nothing.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
Eine lange Rast wäre jetzt noch super.
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Genesung. Oh. Alle Zauberplätze wiederhergestellt. Perfekt.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
Jetzt kommt auf jeden Fall ein Bosskampf dann.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Die Absolute. Da müssen wir ja Gale quasi sprengen.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketheric. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketheric, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane!
The Lash of Thorm!
Ein Riesengehirn. Das ist die absolute.
The Testament of Myrkul.
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mystra. I have no desire to end your life, you know that. To end it? To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so... very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
Good.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guests. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Okay.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. The very fact of your being attests to its power. Despite your infection, you resisted the brain here in the heart of its domain. What good is an army of thralls if they do not obey their master? Let us speak plainly. My Lord Myrkul gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more.
Isobel ist seine Tochter.
Serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Myrkul, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
Wir versuchen es mal.
Repent? Would that even be possible?
Perhaps.
No. There is no repentance, no release. My debt can never be repaid.
Bring, aber lass mir deine Rüstung.
He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is.
Nein, das ist ein Missverständnis. Er hat sich selbst getötet. Hallo. Ja, das habe ich mir auch gedacht. Die andere wollte mir doch helfen. Ich hoffe, sie kommt. Charakter helfen. Wo ist sie denn? Wo ist dieser Käfig? Ah, da sind ja noch Leute. Oh. Ah, hier. Hier ist sie. Also wird wohl unser oberstes Ziel sein, ein perfekter Schuss.
I know just what to do.
Gut, gut, gut. Ein Gedankenschinder. So. Ah, er hat sie zu sich gerufen, okay. Uns auch. Okay. Ich betrachte das mal positiv, umso kürzer ist der Weg zu Nachtlied. Ich muss mit einem Charakter rüber. Wir machen erst den Gedankenschinder. Fertig. Versuchen es jedenfalls. Gehen wir mit Gale darüber. Okay. Wir müssen zu Nachtlied.
Let's light them up.
So, im nächsten Zug. Was ist das? Nein, funktioniert nicht. Warum? Unverwundbar. Oh, das ist mies. Na, dann gehen wir wieder runter. Okay. Das war nicht gut. Er ist unverwundbar. Geht das doch? Ah ja, steht dabei. Unverwundbar. Ja. Wer lesen kann, ist im Vorteil. Es bringt zwar nichts, aber egal. Mal da runter. So, sie ist befreit. Da wollen wir hoffen, dass sie jetzt hier auch was reißt. So, du gehst mal in die Mitte und dann machen wir mal hier Massenheilung. Und dann... Achso, sie ist immobil. Massenheilung haben wir nicht mehr. Er ist nicht mehr unverwundbar. Los, streck ihn nieder. Fehlschlag. Oh yeah. Das hat gesessen. Was? Klick, klack, ne, klack, klack. So, Will. Er hat keine Punkte mehr. Los, komm, triff doch. Gut, gut. Oh. Ach, komm schon. Es trifft die nicht. Warum ist sie nicht aufgestanden oder er? Ah, sie kann sich nicht mehr bewegen. Schade.
This is my time.
Komm, jetzt liegt es an dir. ...45 Punkte.
Talk to me. Time to meet your
21 Punkte. Ah, Gale ist tot. Schade.
Can't even catch my breath. Fall by my hand.
Dreck ihn nieder. Ja. Wir haben es geschafft und Nachtlied lebt.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Isabel, ja. Sie war seine Tochter, das hat sie uns doch verschwiegen.
The chosen of Myrkul is dead. Permanently, this time.
Sehr schön, sehr schön. So, wiederbeleben. Wir brauchen... Wo sind sie denn, die... Da. Ich wollte eigentlich nur looten.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable, truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither God nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Myrkul, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead three. Bane, Baal, and Myrkul. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Still breathing, despite everything. I'll take that. Give it a shot.
I've been thinking on all that you learned below. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Machen wir.
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Ooh.
As would I, and more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke, and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens.
Also die Feinde werden immer mehr statt weniger.
There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zarya. Tiamat made a play for power, Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that the moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a... My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. It is the one scar I ever bore. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. I understand.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited.
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing.
Netherese magic. So pure, so... Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but... No matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear.
Understanding its true nature, we need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must, as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled.
Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll... You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water...
Super.
What I wouldn't give for a good rest about now.
So, Dame Eileen.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Was hast du zu sagen?
Helen! Isabel!
Die kennen sich?
My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
Interessant.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Aber die eine ist doch ein Mensch und die andere ein Engel, oder?
This is Aelin.
Interessant.
Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Aber klar doch.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Na dann viel Spaß euch zwei. So, ich habe mein Ziel eigentlich erreicht. Sie lebt, die lebt. Wunderbar. Was macht er hier? Unser Lager jetzt.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Was willst du mir damit sagen?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Myrkul, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Very well. Impossible. Thy party is full.
Oh.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die and stripped the Absolute's army of its general.
Ja, das ist ein Erfolg.
And you're on the scent of 2 more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Of course, falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelin's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Super, noch ein Begleiter mehr. Habt ihr noch was zu sagen?
Begone! I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty away.
Sorry.
Aha. Na dann viel Spaß. So. Oh, hier Händler. Achso, er ist der Händler. Wir gehen ins Lager. Karlach hat was zu sagen. Ah, hier sind die zwei ja.
I can't believe it. I can't believe... And my father, by killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. Ketheric Thorm. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was... When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maid. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them, and myself, no matter what. It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing, rest. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, Most High, darling Isabel, is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
I wonder what the next move.
So, die wollten noch was bereden.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come, feel my voice rattle. Moon Maiden, my blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chamber. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help. Pray, ask, and I will tell. A century of it by now. Her father kept when but lo, the brute.
Okay.
Things have stayed interesting.
Wo ist die andere? Ah, hier. Carla hat noch was zu sagen.
Just what I need.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bainite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Need to find a way forward.
So, dann werden wir den Tag beenden.
Same as anyone. Lady Shah's bless. Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain just now. I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. In due time, Mother Selûne will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long...
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Gut, das hatten wir alles schon. Also so Leute, dann beenden wir das hier und bis zum nächsten Mal.